Why should I care about this episode? Why? Ryder didn't seem to care. That's what frustrates me about it. Anyway, the episode starts at the opening of the Grand Equestria Pony Summit, which Twilight has organized. And she's clearly tired. Also, there's a statue made up of gems from places all around Equestria. Or maybe this is the MLP Writer Summit. Either way, neither give two shits about Spike. After the intro, Princess Exposition... wait, no, I meant Princess Cadence. Yeah. She tells Spike to make sure Twilight can sleep, because she's been awake for 3 days straight. Well, this setup could lead to an interesting and funny episode. All seems well until a bird starts singing on one of the castle's towers. I guess it would be too convenient to just close the window. Well, Spike tries to go tell it to be quiet. And with no good reason whatsoever, it flies into Twilight's room and starts singing again. Why? Because the universe wants to make it as hard as possible for Spike to do his job. Spike goes in, talks to the bird, and tells it Princess Twilight is trying to sleep. And it bows? Okay. And wait, is it flying backwards with one wing while still bowing? Well, I guess this is a show about magical talking pastel-colored ponies. After that, Spike then hears the sound of a polo game, which somehow manages to carry all the way up to the tower of a huge castle. Well, after sorting out the polo game, Pony decides to use a chainsaw to cut down some dragon sneeze trees. Why? Because Spike needs to be in discomfort. So no one saw that these trees were dangerous until a day before an important summit? I mean, trees don't grow that quickly. I mean, you could argue Earth Pony magic. But firstly, that's a weak argument. Secondly, that's only a fan theory. I mean, what, did they just start planning it 3 days ago? Well, I guess that is the norm, because considering winter wrap-up and all the other such events. So Spike convinces the tree-cutting pony to stop because Twilight. You know, I know this is a cartoon and operates on cartoon logic, but both of those are pushing it. And I guess no one knew that Twilight was a princess last season, but this season all of a sudden everybody knows? Even birds? Okay. Well, next is a pony trying to fix a leaky water main. Wait, the leaky water main's open. Why does he need to use the jackhammer? Well, I guess you guessed it. The world just hates Spike.
What, you couldn't do this yesterday?
You know, you got a good point there, Spike. I mean, what is it with Equestria leaving everything to the last minute? Well, he manages to stop him too because Twilight.
But if something happens, it ain't my fault!
Something's gonna happen, isn't it?
Yep.
Golly gee. I do love it when plots are horribly predictable. So, after Spike goes back to the castle, these two ponies come. And it seems there's been a scheduling problem. And apparently, when there's a scheduling problem, you go straight to the princess. You don't go to anybody else.
Oh, sure now. Gosh, I wish we could put up
Well, that nice and respectful tone is sure to get you a meeting with the princess.
of order there, sir, but I think you'll find that my speech is the more important one, don't you know?
Wow. You managed to be a bigger jerk than in your previous line. Don't know how you did it, but you did.
Is gonna have a lot of unhappy delegates on your hooves unless we get a ruling from Princess Twilight right now.
And you're a jerk too.
Is gonna have a lot of unhappy delegates on your hooves unless we get a ruling from Princess Twilight right now.
You're trying to guilt trip a princess. You see the problem, right? Or is this just trying to give Spike a taste of his own medicine for his behavior in Princess Promenade? So Spike has to make the decision. He makes them share the hall. And of course, it goes wrong. It's not like Spike hasn't learned any lessons about not being short-sighted before. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, shove, shove, push, push.
When I went into the hall, a pony had taken my seat.
Oh no, someone stole my pen! I gotta go tell the Queen of England!
No offense, but I don't need some random dragon's opinion.
So, has everyone in Canterlot become a petty moronic jerk?
Of course! Oh, the princess is so wise.
And you are so dumb. So Spike sees that he's got power, and he's got greedy with it. He starts ordering ponies around and... Wait, fluffy clouds again? Wow. Oh look, it's Fancy Pants, and he's trying to be greedy too! So Spike decides that he needs to take care of a few of Twilight's meetings. Again, being short-sighted. Well, next he goes full-on greedy, using his position to do stuff so that he could be happy, but in no way benefits Twilight. Remember the last time Spike got greedy in Secret of My Excess? He grew! And got Sparkle Vision! Wait, Sparkle Vision? You got that? You sure? Well, okay then. In this episode, none of that happens or is even hinted at. Then Cadence comes up and confronts Spike about him abusing his position. Then everything decides to go wrong. Because of course it does! And thanks to the special dragon sneeze plant, that I have no idea why they would even have that in Canterlot, makes Spike sneeze, and breaks the statue as well. So, loads of delegates come in, obviously angry about the flood, and Fancy Pants finds out that Twilight's decisions were to blame.
Come on, every pony! Let's go give her a piece of our mind!
You know, perhaps launching a rebellion over such a minor thing isn't a great idea. But you know, some weapons might help.
There's an angry mob here that demands satisfaction.
That sounds like a line straight out of a parody. So Twilight wakes up to an angry mob. No, Spike! Don't kill yourself! Who else will the writers not care about?
I guess I was just enjoying feeling like a princess.
Alright, you already learned your lesson about greed. In that episode, that was funnier, touching, and did this moral a lot better. So Spike starts putting together one of the many things he's ruined. And everyone forgives him. Because reasons. I mean, these guys were being jerks for most of the episode, but they forgive Spike in a split second.
You know, the whole idea of the statue is that when each of us plays our own small part, it adds up to something grand.
Or you ruin a summit. And now, some sap about playing your part that comes out of nowhere, and Spike decides to sneeze because they had to give him the sneeze plant. This episode is bland, forgettable, redundant, and just goes against continuity. I mean, did the writer not see any of the episodes that had the same moral in it? Guess not. The start is a bit contrived, and is mean to Spike, and the episode has just very little humor. I mean, it's not the worst in the series, nor would I really call it bad. It just seemed like the writer wasn't trying to do anything interesting. And it also seemed like the writer just completely hated Spike. Alright, let's see who wrote this. Haber, Fullerton, Merriweather, no Neil Dusadow? How the hell do you say that? Oh. Looks like a new writer and a Spike episode, surely a marriage made in heaven. I'm Dendiesel, and I disapprove of this episode.